We are here today to march our words with action, to build on the progress we've made and to turn our good ideas into real results. Our dynamic governor, Prince Vasily II, has embodied that it means to serve with a party of courage. His budget, brandly titled The Sustainable Growth Budget, is a statement to everyone. Cross River State is no longer waiting for change. We are becoming a change. And we as a party must be forced that accelerate that journey. As the leadership of backbone of all progressive Congress in Cross River State, we are divinely privileged. With that privilege comes responsibility. A responsibility to model discipline, integrity, and unity in our party.
This is meant to be a state caucus, and the very first state caucus in the life of the government of His Excellency, Apostle Prince Vasily II. We have been holding stakeholders meeting. There is a difference between stakeholders meeting and caucus meeting. If you look at Article 10:12 of the APC Constitution, you will understand what I am talking about. The membership of this body, by the statutory calculation, ought to have just been 65. But His Excellency, in His magnanimity, directed us to expand. We expanded to about 700. When the pressure became this tight this evening, we took to 900. But from the calculation now, we are about 1,100 and something. We cannot complain as a party because politics is a game of number. So whether you have been invited here or not and you have found your way here, by the anointing I carry, I bless all of you. You are welcome. To today's meeting, we were divinely as a party inspired to reach out to critical stakeholders. We commenced that very important meeting on the 7th of February, which clocked our 3 years in office. We had to reassess and to re-examine the journey so far. We met with council chairmen, we met with vice chairmen, we met with leaders, we met with commissioners, we met with State House of Assembly members. We continued that journey to Abuja. We had a meeting with National Assembly members. We had a meeting with the Honorable Minister. We had meetings with our elder statesmen, former governor, former senators, federal board members. It was all in a bid to understand where, as a party, we have not lived up to expectation. We are not perfect. And to claim any perfection as humans will be stating what is wrong. But we must thank everybody we engaged. You spoke your minds. You gave us your advice. I am pleased to announce that after the local government elections, those ill feelings you expressed, His Excellency has long found a solution to it. And today I have the Speaker of the House of Assembly to thank. The amendment that has been done into the local government law is one of the steps towards ensuring that everybody here is given a sense of belonging. And that thanks goes to His Excellency, our dear Governor. At the state level, the infrastructural development is everywhere. Even to the blind, we need not even say more. I was shocked when I was coming back from the Chief of Staff's birthday a few days ago, and I went through this bypass. Little did I know that the Commissioner for Works has continued his wonders that he did last year. The road looks like what you can only find in Abuja. Your Excellency, thank you very much. But the government of APC does not end only in Cross River State. While we must commend the effort that His Excellency has made, as a party we are worried. that there is no commensurate reward system from the national level. We are worried, and if we don't admit here as party leaders that the effort being made by our governor, that the effort being made by the party has not given the necessary result that we want, we will be erring in our responsibility to you. We have called this meeting to have a holistic look at some of these issues. His Excellency will give clearer direction as we are gathered here. We also expect at the end of this meeting, we must come not only united, but strongly united to take some critical resolutions, to take some communique that will be like arming our governor, myself as party chairman, so that when we get to Abuja, in conjunction with the Honorable Minister, with all National Assembly members, with all federal board members, we will be able to say, Mr. President, the marginalization of Cross River State, the poor reward system in Cross River State needs to be properly addressed. This meeting is being convened to look at this critical angle. Once again, we are gathered to say, while Mr. Governor was not around, the party in his wisdom consider the result we got in the back to south arrangement. And knowing that 6 years from today, the governorship will move to another senatorial district. It is therefore not necessary to even think of distracting the governor. Let the governor sleep and his deputy to know that there is only one form the party will buy ahead of time, as we did in 2023. We will sit down here to move a resolution today too, to say, dear governor, you have done well. There is no vacancy in government house. That decision will be taken today.
Meeting is important. Once in a while, we bring ourselves together to consider critical issues that will add value to the development of our state and also push some influence at the national level. When we look at our state, I think all of us are happy that we are witnessing serious improvements in various areas of development. I don't know how many of you had a chance to travel across the state recently. You will find out that when we were campaigning about back to south, it didn't mean that every development was back to south. You will notice that the governor has reached out to every senatorial district. You will notice that in the area of infrastructure, in this less than 2 years, he has done more than we have witnessed in 8 years plus.
First and foremost, Your Excellency, you are doing very well. Your presence is being felt in the Northern Central District in all the LGAs. And in short, the North will be meeting maybe on the 21st by God's grace. And the mobilization day is to affirm the solid work you are doing within these 2 years in office coming up. Every LGAs in the North felt your presence. You couldn't even think of your time schedule. You even went round all the LGAs to inspect those state projects going on. Think not finishing on them, and you commence some have actually been abandoned. Bridges, drainages, and so on. They have caused some roads to be impassable. Your Excellency, we are attending to them. People are commending you well. My Bekwara in particular, you are aware during our campaign period as we moved together with you in various LGAs in the North. You had that of Bekwara, which was lightish, and you've commenced work. And people are feeling that by God's grace, on or before maybe the third quarter of the year, you'll be completing and the entire Bekwara will have light by God's grace.
It is clear to all but the willfully blind that you have done so much. What we haven't seen in years. why do I really identify very much with this government? I do so because I know there is substance and I know it's productive. And I know that it is a listening government. I can relate. I can relate. I am very pleased that within this period we have had meetings like this where people can express their opinions. But at the same time, Your Excellency, I also want to make a suggestion. You know, a lot of people come here, but because of the environment here, they cannot say much. Uh, if possible, subsequently, we could have meetings where select people from senatorial district and meet with you, Your Excellency, privately, no holds barred, and tell you everything. When we come here, we limit ourselves. But when you have that kind of meeting, certain people, they'll be able to tell you exactly what is going on. I didn't get your mandate. I didn't talk to any one of you, but I'm expressing my views in the belief that I'm expressing your own sentiments. So I hope that we'll be able to, reconfigure this in such a manner that people will be able to have a sense of ownership around this kind of gathering, so that it will be more there will be greater depth in the discussion. I must say that when we talk about development, the governor has done this, infrastructure and so on. Some of us have actually seen it. In fact, in my own village, there's a lot of work going on there. I haven't seen that. Your Excellency, I want to thank you very much. And even when I went to get last week, I saw a lot of work going on. So I begin to wonder, how do you do it, really? Because I know that the allocation we get, what we see on paper, is nothing compared to what we see come from other states. But you see, the whole entire state is complete, what do you call it, construction site. So I must thank you for doing that and for trying as much as possible to recover and to make our people have that sense of belonging, that sense of ownership around the government, and for giving them so much satisfaction that the future holds a lot of hope for them. That is something that we cannot take away from you. In just under 2 years, you have done this. What else can we expect in the next 4 years? So I joined, in the next 2 years, what only God knows. I mean, I joined them, those who even believe that there is no vacancy. I think there should be none, and there is none really.
Apart from the general improvements of the state, because each time you go away and come back, there are other things. And I travel around a lot. I'm a businessman. I have friends. I do things in Nigeria. I've been around for long, so I'm very recognized in and out of Nigeria. And I hear very, very good things about my governor. I go around and say that, oh, Senator, your governor is trying, your governor is doing very, very well. So with that, I am very happy. The only thing that I would ask for, because the state chairman said something, I picked on one thing, that we should not distract the governor. I think if as a party, you have someone, because the governor is a very good politician. He did politics for many years. He won tickets and was frustrated, taken from him. He knows politics. But now he's administering the state. And we all fought hard to get this mandate. And this mandate that we got was not for one term. Back to South is not 1 term, it is for 2. So knowing that it is for 2, can we all allow him do his work and go out as a party and ensure that he finishes his 2 and we continue with our seamless transition? We all love the governor. Nobody loves the governor more than any other person. I'm seeing love here. North, South, Calabar, everybody loves the governor. Everybody loves Chris. He's a lucky man. People love him. So can we please work hard and allow him to concentrate on his job?
Excellency, we will not have time to come to the office to tell you thank you. But as forum or chapter chairman, we have marked a date which we will communicate with you. We want to do a Thanksgiving in line with this you have done, and also as party chairman who have met at the level of the 18 local government. Say, Your Excellency, you have done well. You deserve a second term.
We are endorsed you for second term because on our own we agree that no right-thinking cross-Bavarian will contest with you in 2027. So it's 100% Your Excellency. And we had earlier endorsed you. Critical stakeholders had already endorsed you at different forums. We say, carry go, Your Excellency. All we ask for is God's strength, God's speed, and God's protection. Congratulations, Your Excellency. We are totally for you.
On behalf of all the chairmen and all the voters in all the 18 local governments that constitute 90% of electoral voters, we said no vacancy in line with the state chairman position. We say we will give all our best to support you with our might, our strength, and good governance to our local government in the state.
Thanking you for bringing political stability. Thanking you for not choosing Cross-Riverians out of Cross River State. Thanking you for your laudable achievements across the entire LGAs that makes up Cross River State. Thanking you for being very supportive to the old, the weak, and needy. Thanking you especially for our retirees. Thanking you for your prompt payment of salaries. Thanking you for your silent achievements that are speaking for you. And to let Cross Riverians know that the days of storytelling are over. We see practical workings of the governor without unnecessary publicity.
Over the 23 months in the saddle as governor of the state, His Excellency started off with social services. If you look at the education sector, you look at the health sector, you look at the state electrification going on across communities. His Excellency started with that. And then he zoned into the big ticket items. Last week, the Vice President and the President of AFDB were here in Cross River State for the groundbreaking of the Special Agro Processing Zone. This week, the President of Nigeria, represented by the Honorable Minister of Works, was here again for the flag off of the Calabar section of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. But beyond this, there are projects that are state-sponsored and driven. Whether it's the cargo airport in Obudu, that will soon be completed, whether it's the rail project, whether it's the Bakassi deep sea port. Ladies and gentlemen, all infrastructure like road, Adiabo Esiku Road.
To APC, you are a solution architect. Anywhere there is problems, they're looking for who to go and resolve it. We call on you. Sir, all gathered here, we are APC. Not PDP, we are all APC. And I wish we should behave like APC. I will use this opportunity to say, let us stop demarcating our party and promote APC.
I listen to the state chairman make recommendations to the different caucuses that are part of this meeting. And there's about nobody who is not in this room. This is a gathering of the political galaxies of Cross River politics. The hallmark of political leadership is the ability of the leader to call together his troop. That is what Governor Prince Bassey II has done recently. The success of that leadership is that ability to mobilize all about the followership. That is what the governor has done this evening. Presented the people of Otukani and Calabar municipality for 8 years, and he did that brilliantly. He represented the people of the Southern Senatorial District for 4 years, and he did so brilliantly. As governor, he will not have done brilliantly. So some of us that know him are therefore not surprised at what he's doing. I think that with the adoption of the governor and his deputy for his second term, it will make a lot of us in this room to stop distracting the government. It's very important to stop distracting the government with stories that make no sense, with stories that have no foundation. My hope is that after this adoption, that those kinds of stories that are carried to him will stop being carried. Because in 2027, there is nobody running against the government. There's no one.
The meeting today was a meeting for me and you to meet again on the interface, because we try to do it quarterly. And we believe that it might even gain currency more regular as we move ahead. It is true that 2 years has taken toll, but it's been so quick that we can still remember the days of inauguration and what took place to the latter. But I thank God because we have moved with the speed required to make sure that our party is proud to be in government. Not for me, but for APC to be believed, particularly in this part of our country. The journey so far has not been an easy one. The journey we've had is that of laying a proper foundation. When I came to meet, I do not want to talk about the past. I always draw a line and then move from there. After taking the God of office, it became clear that our productivity was almost zero. That all of us were just depending on whatever would come from the states or the fact allocations and so on. The former governor did put things on ground to decouple us from the economic strains of these allocations and so on. So from the day I took over office, I decided to hit the ground. That is why when some of those appointees were working with say they can't sleep, it's true they cannot sleep. Because like I say, actually, if you want that kind of peace, then that peace is in the graveyard.
I haven't watched the governor and the deputy governor over the last 23 months and their efforts they have made to move Cross River State forward. And flowing from their vote of confidence and their endorsement that there is no vacancy at Government House, I hereby stand before you to move a motion for a vote of confidence and an endorsement of their second term in 2027.
I have said from day one that this government came for a purpose of perseverance and not a perseverance. On that note, I second that motion as moved by the distinguished senator and super declaring that all perseverance must support the government for a second time. So all that things we don't want it, and the road to become there. Thank you very much.
And the people of Cross River State have spoken. Congratulations, Your Excellency.
The farmers in my own constituency, where I come from, are very happy because the economy of that constituency has changed because of cocoa. So in consideration of that and other things that the president has done for our country, I, Victor Abang, representing the people of Ikomboki, in this instance, representing the expanded caucus of Cross River State APC, thereby move and let it be moved that President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR, to be supported and endorsed for a second term in office in 2027. I so move.
The Right Honorable Elbert Ayadu, Speaker, Cross River State House of Assembly, do support that motion as ably moved by Honorable Victor Abba, member representing Ikom Boki Federal Constituency, that His Excellency, the President of our dear nation, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, be given a second term. I so move.
Standard APC State Caucus meeting with His Excellency
Apostle Senator Basi Ededotu, the Executive Governor of Cross River State, held on the 15th April 2027. The meeting was ably chaired by His Excellency, the Governor of Cross River State, Senator Apostle Basi Ededotu, and other critical stakeholders, speakers after speakers, including the former Governor of Cross River State, His Excellency Mr. Clement Ebri, were full of praises for the Governor on his unprecedented performance in transforming Cross River State in all fronts in less than 2 years. The following resolutions were reached. 1. The meeting unanimously endorsed the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Tinubu, GCFR, and the Governor, Senator Prince Ededotu, and his deputy for 2027, based on their outstanding performance at the national and state level. 2. That the powerful delegation made up of eminent Rosivarians under the leadership of the Governor should without delay move to Abuja to meet with the President for a fruitful deliberation to address the alleged marginalization of Cross River State in the scheme of things at the national level. 3. That Rosivarians are grateful for the President's approvals to commencement of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, which has indeed affirmed the renewed hope agenda. Security challenges is highly commendable and is encouraged to sustain its security architecture in the state. And 5, the meeting advocates for regular interface with stakeholders to address challenges in the governance structure of the state. Above all, the unity of the party is sacrosanct. Thank you, and God bless you.
There's nothing that is as good as engagement, bringing everyone together to speak on something that concerns us. I'm in support of all the resolution taken. The resolution of a vote of confidence of the governor and endorsement for 2027. I'm also in support for the vote of confidence of Mr. President and his endorsement by expanded Caucus today for 2027. And I'm also very pleased with the governor in the manner that is going about the leadership that he's showing. I'm very pleased. And I only wish that Veteran will see in this man a whole lot of prospect for the state and support him and pray for him.